Okay, I'm ready for this.
Agwagwa.
In Korea, there is something called the spoon theory. You know that saying, born with a silver spoon stuck in your mouth? Well, in Korea, they take it to the next level and they have a whole breakdown to this whole spoon saying. Every single person in Korea is hypothetically born with a spoon in their mouths. And there are rankings of spoons. And there's only a few ways that you can turn in your spoon that you were born with and exchange it for a new and better spoon. And we're going to talk about it all, okay? So let's go through the rankings of spoons. The dirt spoon. People who make less than $25,000 a year and have less than $125,000 in assets. The spoons are cutthroat.
125,000 US dollar?
Oh yeah, the spoons are very cutthroat. Then you have the plastic spoon, the disposable spoon. People who make $25,000 to $50,000 a year with more than $125,000 to $250,000 in assets. Then you have the wooden spoon.
So Motorola's a no-brainer.
Do you do that too?
Well, I was going to tell you about this one because this guy was Siri, our mutual friend.
Yes.
You know, one of my biggest misses of all time was Uber. And I remember I was living in the West Village and we had just finished playing the Red Sox and we were having dinner at the Waverly. Now it's past midnight and we're having a couple cocktails. And he goes, I have this investment for you I want you to look at. And I only have $250 for you to invest in. I said, great. So we walk down the street and he presses a button and he sees the car and the car's coming. I'm like, okay, that's you're a mentalist. Okay. do it again. He goes, okay, I'll erase it. And he does it again. 2 minutes, the car pulls up. I goes, okay, now I want this investment. And my $250, I needed to wire before noon the next day. My business manager was out on the West Coast, out in LA. So timing, I missed it.
Is he fired?
No, he's still with me. But that 250,
You're loyal.
The 250, Maria, would have been close to $50 million.
It's not worth speculating about.
What is to stop
What
it?
you have to do is prevent it ever wanting to. That's what we should be doing research on. There's no way we're going to prevent it from, it's smarter than us, right? There's no way we're going to prevent it getting rid of us if it wants to. We're not used to thinking about things smarter than us. If you want to know what life's like when you're not the apex intelligence, ask a chicken.
Yeah, I was thinking of my dog Pablo, my French bulldog, this morning as I left home. He has no idea where I'm going. He has
Right.
no idea what I do.
Right.
I can't even talk to him.
Yeah. And the intelligence gap will be like that.
So you're telling me that if I'm Pablo, my French bulldog, I need to figure out a way to make my owner not wipe me out.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Let's find out.
And we're like, it's just the confessionals, us just getting into it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, should we begin?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. First one comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for calling out my cousin when she tried to blame her body odor on me? I, 18-year-old female, am from Ontario, Canada, and my cousin, 19-year-old female, is from Florida. I'm currently staying with her family in Florida. We were out at midday at an outdoor restaurant, and my cousin's boyfriend, 20-year-old guy, was meeting us. My cousin had a sweaty body odor because she had an active day. The boyfriend kissed my cousin, and she introduced us. At the table, he made a face. When I was looking away, my cousin tried to whisper to her boyfriend, but I heard her. The smell is from OP. Please don't say anything. I said the smell is not from me. The boyfriend got his nose close to my cousin's upper body.
Something handwritten, does it make you feel like you're reading something that's more official and like legit, or
you spent time doing this? This needs to be turned into a font.
Really?
Oh yeah, a Cliff font. Can I show what your handwriting looks like?
Sure.
It's wonderful. Comic Sans.
Whoa,
No more
whoa.
That's a good font.
No, it's not that. It's just that probably with the F word on this particular podcast.
Should I not be swearing?
Whatever you feel, man.
Do you two swear?
I better not. Yeah, it's right.
I'm gonna do my best not to today. Would you? Are these the Cliff Notes? I know I use. I know I used the joke pre-show. They gave me a courtesy laugh.
All right, Cliff, I'm reading just a little bit. I opened up to a random page.
Yep.
This particular stuff is a little like science rooted. Like you, okay, so all right, I'm going to get started. Forgive me, Stuart as well. Cliff, Nectly?
I'll tell you. Well, I was working on a television show, trying to build out this show. I should back up. I come from a Hollywood family, Tucker.
Yeah.
My grandfather was the actor Robert Conrad. If you've some of your listeners, Wild Wild West, Black Sheep Squadron, you go way back, Hawaiian Eye. My other grandfather, Harry Flynn, was a publicist in the for decades on the Monkees, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, two occult shows, Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. Maybe it starts there. I mean, not unlike your own father working in journalism, as a boy, one of the first things you learn when you have parents who work in media or entertainment, you learn that the People magazine version of reality is not the truth.
Bottle of wine called Anwar's Baby Duck is the name of it. And I drank the entire bottle and lay in the ground and looked at the skies and just felt better than I ever had in my entire life. And I thought to myself, this is probably what normal people feel like all the time.
Well, who are normal people?
You. No. You know, people who just walk the face of the earth, people. And I finally felt at home for the very first time. As soon as I drank alcohol, I just loved it, and I had a much different reaction than the Murrays did, and I had a much different reaction than normal people have. Normal people have a drink, and I feel a little, woozy, and then they, go home and go to work. I have a drink, and for the first time in 3 weeks,
at the cost of some control. So there are pros and cons with heavy versus light. The truth is usually somewhere in between. But when you go to a light racket, and when I say light rackets, I mean either rackets called light, their head has them, the diadem I have today, they also use light. But there's also team, which is sometimes lighter than light, sometimes a little bit heavier than light. This is the head speed team, it's 270 grams, so team usually a little bit lighter, but for the Babolat rackets, it's the one that could be called light. So a little bit complicated depending on the brands. Yonex, they do light, 98 light, 100 light, for example. But the team is 270 grams, and that's kind of as low as you can go unstrung. I think if you go below that, it gets really unstable and a little bit too much like a badminton racket. So this racket is better for getting some free power, getting help, great for beginning player, and lower level intermediates, players who have like kind of weak arms or worried about injuries to play tennis without issues. So I'm gonna try them, comment a bit,